to the Inside Maumee Athletics podcast, where we bring you the pulse of the Panthers athletic scene. I'm your host, Jeremy Schneider. While we are taking this week off from a full show, this is a special shortened episode. I talked with Maumee football coach Evan Karchner after the Panthers season came to an end with a 28-14 loss to Lexington in the Division III playoffs. I've been saying it for a few days now. Yes, the loss does hurt, and we all wanted more football this season. But the impact this season and the senior class has made on this program, it's going to live forever. You just simply can't boil an entire season down to one game. Plus, how this loss can help motivate the returning players through the offseason and heading into next year. So here's our quick chat with Coach Evan Karchner.
So I feel like other than a few unfortunate series on their part offensively, I mean, you held them in check. What was the difference on those series, do you feel like?
Obviously, we were battling there, and we sort of fell into coming out early, we came out a little flat, and they were pushing us around, and, we had to kick it in gear, which, eventually we did, and we were getting some stops, and but with that backed up with some offensive mistakes, your defense ends up being on the field a long time, and it's just a matter of time, right? I've been around football enough where your defense is out there, something's going to break at some point, and, we just didn't make enough plays. Give credit to Lexington. They've gotten better, and they became a better football team, and they made more plays than we did tonight, and we're a little sloppy, right? And I told our guys eventually they'll come and we'll lose because of that, and we just had too many penalties, too many mistakes on both sides of the ball, and Lexington was the better team tonight, as hard as that is to say.
Talk about the turnaround in that second quarter your team made, because you're down 13-0. Like you can imagine the winds going out of your sails, all those cliches. The guys answered.
Yeah, no, that was nice to see, and I'd never ever thought our guys were going to quit. Right, we've came too far. I tell our guys, right, if we were going to quit, you should have quit at 1-38. Right, we've came too far, and they were ready to the battle. Right, we just had a slow start, and we got rolling there a little bit, and I felt good, and we just came out in the second half, and obviously we didn't score, and that's just, like I said, it's just a matter of time. Your defense out on the field that long, and but what can I say? Ever since we've been here, our offense, all it's done is make plays and win games for us. And like I said, sometimes your guys just don't make plays, and we dropped some balls, and so we had some tough plays and some tough calls, and it just didn't go our way tonight. That's a tough one, right? Because I do think we were a better team than Lexington, just not tonight.
They're late, especially. They made your offense one-dimensional. I mean, you guys had to throw, and you guys really feast on being balanced. That's really your bread and butter, is being balanced. So that really put you guys in a hard spot too.
Yeah, I mean, even if you go back to like the Eastwood game, right, when we had the throw, and they can just sit back, they can pressure, they can man us up, and do that stuff, right? That ends up being one-dimensional. On the other side, right, we've done that to teams, right? When they've had the throw, right, we can play their hand a little bit, and that's always hard. That's hard because it's hard to pass protect. It's hard to get guys open, right? When they know it's coming, they know we have to do it, and that, like I said, Lexington did a great job, and they did a great job preparing for us and traveling all the way here. So all the credit to them, right? They deserve this win, and we're going to just go back to the drawing board and keep on building.
I know this senior class is feeling pretty low right now, but can you talk about where they started and where I mean, to end your career in a playoff game? That's kind of what you want.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said before, I came in here and kids like Cody Wolf were saying, "Hey, I'm about to quit," right? And Liam Murphy, I'm about to quit, and to come to the point where Cody Wolf is saying that this is the best part of my day, right? That trumps any win-loss record in my book ever. But usually when you have happy athletes, usually you're winning, and or they're finding ways to win. And I truly do believe in that. And I'm just happy the seniors got to see some success and got to feel like, hey, this means something to be a Maumee football player. I talked about it last year. It hurt my heart when I came in and our guys were embarrassed to be Maumee football players. Right. And I want them to have pride in it and go around and say, yeah, I played for Maumee just like I did. And I think the senior class can do that now and be proud with the mark they left and and showing the young kids, hey, how it looks. And, now our goal is we're going to go win a playoff game, right? And just keep on building and, and we just want to keep on getting better. So, obviously this weekend, right, we're going to feel sad, and next week cleaning up the locker room. But I know our coaching staff is going to be ready to roll here, and we're on to the next one. And I'm just excited for our future as Maumee football program.
Well, last year I feel like you guys used the Otsego loss as a huge motivator through the offseason. Can you talk about using this game as a motivator and kids like Ryan, Will, Ben, those kids using that as motivators through the offseason?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of teams in the state that end on a loss, right? Yeah. And you could always talk about that and say, hey, we weren't good enough, right? We want to do this and we want to do that, and there's still goals out there. We wanted to win a league championship and we came up short, and there's stuff that we could talk about, and there's stuff that we can improve on, right? The way we practice, the way we prepare, and the way we attack the weight room. And you guys, I don't have all the answers all the time, but I promise you I'll never stop searching for them and try to get better. And like I said, I think this is a good learning experience, especially for the incoming senior class now. And I think that this will bring some positivity to our program moving forward, and get this sophomore class rolling, because that's a big class and they've won a lot of games as well. So we're just going to try to, gather the troops here a little bit and give them a little bit of time off. But, once we decide we're back in the weight room, we're going to go attack it.
Last question here. Can you talk about the environment? It was a huge environment having BCSN here, having the fans here. I mean, it was just an incredible environment for these kids.
Yeah, no, it was great. And, not a lot of kids get to see a home playoff game. There's a lot of kids that play in the playoffs every year, right? And never have a home playoff game, and it was a big deal for us, right? When I played and we lost by a lot. Yeah. Right? I mean, we kind of got our butts kicked by Avon Lake, and who knows, right? Next year we might be at Lexington. Yeah. Right? And we can go give it back. Mm-hmm. And I just tell those guys, right? Remember this. Remember how it feels. Remember what mistakes you made. And remember that the time that you want to take a rep off, or you don't want to go hard at practice, or you don't want to pay attention in film, right? You should remember that. And I think I do a pretty good job reminding them of that stuff, right, when they need it, because they are, I'm dealing with 15 to 18-year-olds, right? And sometimes they forget and they have shorter memories than I do, but I think everybody by now knows that I don't have a short memory at all. I remember a lot, and I remember how things go. And believe it or not, this will eat at me all year. Right. And I'll get us ready, and we'll get ourselves ready for week 1 next year. And, I'm just excited to be a part of Maumee football and, be around guys like Cody Wolf and Donnie Mays and Pierce, in that senior class. Those are the guys I want to surround myself with and have fun every day. Because also with me, I want football to be the best part of my day, which those guys did that.
Outstanding.
Thank you again to Coach Karchner and his entire coaching staff and players for putting up with my requests and working with me this season. All of this great content doesn't happen without their help. I'm going to take a much-needed break, but the next time you hear from me, we'll be in full winter sports season mode with girls basketball coach Rafael Soler. The Panthers had a resurgent season last year, and I know hopes are high for this season with returning star Lucy Porter. As always, you can find our podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and our website, InsideMaumeeAthletics.com. You can get in contact with the show by emailing InsideMaumeeAthletics@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Inside Maumee Athletics on Facebook and YouTube, and at Inside Maumee Athletics on Twitter. And until next time, thanks for listening.